a friend of the Dayton shooter is facing federal firearm charges right now. This is 24-year-old Ethan Calley. He's been accused of providing the shooter with the body armor as well as this 100-round double drum magazine that was used in the deadly shooting. He also purchased the upper receiver for the AR-15, according to court documents. Authorities say he told them he had done hard drugs, marijuana, and LSD with the shooter before, and he lied on ATF paperwork about his drug use. I'm not surprised by this. If you're going to go get a weapon, you want to go get a gun to protect yourself or for more nefarious purposes, you're going to lie on that form. So What do we do to prevent this? And should he be held liable for being an irresponsible gun owner by lending out his property like it's a freaking handbag?
Have you renewed your driver's license yet?
Yes. Do you know how long it took me and how painful it was and how many different buildings I had to go to and paperwork I had to fill out?
Right. Could you have lied on any of those and gotten your registration redone? No. They make it difficult because they care. That's something that they care about. If you ever try and dig a pool in your backyard, it will be a 2-year process in terms of where you can dig, where the gas lines are, where the phone lines are, zoning, housing authorities. But this is the only thing that those two dumbbells, those aren't mastermind criminals. Did you see his face? There's nothing in that head. He was able to get a gun because he was like, yeah, no drugs here. And everybody's like, rubber stamp, cool. So as long as we're cool with this, as long as it's easier to get an AR-15 with 100 bullets in it than it is for Sam, a responsible, law-abiding citizen.
It's like lending out a pair of shoes. I mean, Erica, you and I are both Second Amendment supporters. We both want guns to protect ourselves, but we are responsible. And yahoos like this are tarnishing it for all the people that really do take their responsibility as a gun owner seriously.
And there are far more people who take their responsibilities as a gun owner seriously than people like this. But this is going to be an amazing time for people to have a very direct person to look at and a direct situation to think about when they want to aid and abet people who want to do things like this.
So what should happen to this person, in your opinion?
I think, honestly, at this point, I know that the justice system needs to prevail, but I'm not opposed to a public stoning. And that's really, I'm honest about that, like whether that's with words or really, we public shame people for everything. We're not going to publicly shame this person and parade them around so that people have an idea of what can happen to them. I want to see that done.
You're talking about both individuals, not only the shooter, but the person that lent the...
Exactly. Because he seems to think like, oh, I didn't do it.
No, I know. Yeah, I agree. Wow, look where we've come. Unbelievable. Okay, chime in.
Nowhere. We're the same place we were year 2, 3, 5, 10 years ago.
I know.
Nowhere. That's where we come.
I know, and we have kids now, and now it's like so much more personal.
Yeah, you could borrow my 100-round AR-15. Sure, buddy.
Yeah, I can't even.
Why do either of them have that gun? Yeah. What are you doing? Work on your house here? Sure.
You can't even lend out your car if you're not insured.
I know.
Why is it any different with a weapon?
To sit up here and like have a normal conversation
about it. It's unbelievable.
Like to try to be quiet is so frustrating because it's like, what are you talking about? Where are we in society? I'm trying to raise kids here. And my kids, I mean, it's insane that I have to explain it.
What if there's a 4-year-old at that house, and then the 4-year-old got a hold of the ammunition, the gun, whatever it may be, and then that 4-year-old was dead? I would still blame that same guy.
They should make an example of everybody that this happens to. We don't. They should make an example of this person. We're not going to. I mean, it's like you said, Al. You try to build an addition on your house, forget it, man. You're going to be running through the city every single day for papers to try to build that, to get through the zoning, to get through everything. But you could get a magazine with 100 rounds in it from some bozo online.
I know. And be using LSD.
I know. It's just so frustrating and so stupid that we have to talk about this and waste our lives and our breath.
Jeff, they were able to get around our mastermind psychology of just like, do you use drugs? And he was able to put no. So, I mean, he got around our fail-safe. So what do you do?
It's just Thank God for that form and that question.
Can't believe it didn't work.
Thank God for that question.